And most of the youth today are into a lot of things that are more geared towards the West. It's infiltrated into our music, our movie industry, so many other things.
More like they're trying to be like the Americans. They are dressing like them, talking like them, socializing like them on all kinds of media.
The arts or entertainment dominate a lot. So you get a lot of music, modern dances like Azonto, Akaida, Skelewu dominating the scene. Once in a while, politics comes in, but then it's a topic that the youth really enjoy talking about. Mostly the art.
So how do we get the youth to care about what is happening in the oil industry at this point?
Yeah.
Basically, that's a very interesting question. I would say, um, number one, actually. And to tell you the honest truth, I don't see this happening because like people have tried this over and over again. I would say like get rid of the corruption, right? Because if people actually felt the trickle down from the oil issue, if they saw good things happening because of oil money, they would definitely be interested in what's going on in the oil industry, right? And so that requires just eliminating a lot of corruption and nepotism and like bureaucracy. And honestly, we've been trying to do these things since like independence, and none of this has happened. So at this point, it's going to take a whole like I don't know, it's going to take a whole paradigm shift, and I personally don't see that happening.
It's inconceivable that a country that actually found oil ends up having, petroleum shortages every now and then. So, I mean, in the end, you do ask yourself, what's happening, where's all that going? And there's just this whole lack of confidence in the management and government and all the stakeholders involved, basically.
In African countries, I don't believe in most of the governments in Ghana and the need to actually cause the change they actually preach. This is the case whereby we discovered oil. Which is exciting, but as a country in this financial situation, we don't have the resources to actually tap this oil, leaving us in the predicament. And so we've had like companies from the West, such as Tool, such as Cosmos Oil, operating these oil rigs in Ghana. And I would say that I'm saddened by the fact that the government went into agreements which actually puts us at the losing end from actually benefiting from these resources.
I would say we've not actively explored all aspects of the oil find and how to use it. Based on the political climate, people look at the oil find through the political lens as well. Until you go like, either the NPP or NDC is managing stuff well. Maybe when we change the government, things will get better. But then we need a more national approach to managing our oil, and such conversations or discourses should not be based on political affiliations and whatnot.
The point or the concept of making the whole energy thing and other things shift from the political scene to the making it cultural or social will start from home, parenting. Then through the classroom, the teachers, the school also like conscientize the students and stuff to make them aware or make them get the whole fact that this is what it is, and like everybody should be aware of it and try as much as possible to put something into it for like the whole benefit of the nation.
I go to school with a bunch of Nigerians who had oil and gas be a big part of the economy for a long time. And what usually tends to happen, what I heard from some of them is that, from a young group, they've been told, you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be a civil engineer, you're going to go into the oil sector because it's good and it's very comfortable, you're going to have a very comfortable life. So in that sense, from a young age, it's already sort of ingrained in you that that's the path you're taking. So in that case, it then becomes sort of a cultural aspect to your life. And I think that as the generations pass by, and we are able to better, and if you're able to better manage oil and gas such that we see goodness and profit is coming out of it, it then becomes something that young kids who aspire to, and they can take on positions in other field services, oil and gas, marketing, sales, all in the oil and gas.
The power of the youth in our country isn't necessarily strong, and we don't have too much say. I mean, coming over here and even being in this small community, I see how students organize town hall meetings just to, have an input in what the school decides, because it always affects the students in general. So I guess the Ghanaian youth really care about it, but then they just don't have the say. So I haven't read anything that it's saying that the youth have taken measures. Maybe they're taking measures, but then it's probably even not covered in the press. So